16.
We are back in
back.
the building. Change. I mean, why have you changed your sofa around? Because I can't get the right lighting.
It's like
you don't look the same.
It's the studio. The studio's been moved around. It's just bigger, isn't it? It just feels bigger. I felt it annoyed me walking all the way around the sofa.
Yeah, but it's not really suiting this though, is it?
Yeah, move it back off for the thing. See how big it is? It's huge.
Anyway,
Funny.
Catch up of the week. You had a good week?
Yeah, pretty positive week. I've been ballsy a few times. Woke up ballsy. Just like...
In what way?
I don't know. Just like, I like where I am.
Do you?
With myself, yeah. Like
Turned a corner?
Turned a corner, big one.
Massive one?
Yeah. Just like, I have had a bit of a wobble, but I've just... It's not things
not
that
ran with it.
I've not ran with it.
Good.
I've just nipped it in the
You
bud.
look yourself this week.
Yeah.
I always watch back on the episodes, and I think sometimes I can tell when we're having like moments of struggle because it comes across.
Yeah.
On the way I look. I mean, I looked back and thought I could tell I'd had a wobbly week.
Yeah.
And I think we're not always going to be roses and sunshine, are we?
No.
And that's part of it. But you look like you're back.
I'm back.
Back in the building.
Back. But yeah, just pretty quiet week to be fair. I've had Theo back and we've just,
Gone back his dad's now for the week.
Gone back to his dad's for the week, yeah.
I wanted to start with saying how precious life is and things can happen and we don't realise how fast our lives can change.
Yeah.
And it's a scary, scary world, and we should be very thankful and grateful for everything that we have in our lives because somebody within the family had some really scary news that changes life forever, and for me puts so much into perspective of how much tomorrow we aren't guaranteed tomorrow.
No.
We're not, even if we haven't got our health, we haven't got anything.
No.
Literally, we haven't got anything. So I didn't know whether to do the podcast. I think it's a really difficult time for people, but I'm here, and yeah, it's a reality check, and that anything can happen, like literally anything can happen. And I think, so yeah, it's hard. It's hard because it is that scary that your life could change tomorrow, and you don't think you realise until it happens.
No,
to
you
somebody.
don't, do you? Yeah.
And because so anyway, wanted to get that out of the way. So it's been and it's obviously not about me, it's about them, and I wish them all the love in the world, all the support in the world, and I wish I could take it away, but I can't. Yeah. And that's the hardest thing, is it's reality, and it's damn hard sometimes.
Shit. It should.
It is very. But anyway,
that's
so
been your week there.
So we had that news. And I sort of took a step back off social media as well. I took a step back just because. Fine. It's because I reflected on. I just needed some time out, and still taking time out, and it made me think about a lot about my life and the decisions that we make. And so I've sat and listened to loads of podcasts, as I do most weeks. Yeah. But anyway, sending lots of love to them, and she's got this. She's incredible. Anyway, so what did you want to talk about this week?
Well, we're going to talk about being, how did you say it? Being a high
value woman. Yeah. So I think we spoke previously, didn't we, about there's somebody who we know, and when you split up with somebody, it's so easy to go back and to try and get that validation from them. Yeah. And because we're feeling insecure and we're feeling vulnerable. And I remember being that person. Yeah. I remember wanting to run back for that validation and even though it's wrong. Yeah. I did exactly the same. It's the only place you feel safe. Yeah. I did exactly the same with Dino. Knowing what he did to me, I still went back there. Because that's... a few times. Because you feel so lost within yourself, your self-worth's low, you're rock bottom. So the easiest thing to do is to try and win them back or get them to want you again.
Yeah, I think it is that validation, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's that you don't really want to do it. You know that it's wrong, but actually you just need to know that actually I can still have them, or just
and
that.
And for me, it then points where if anybody's, you know, left a relationship and feels like they need to run back, that is your time to say, right, that time you're going to text or go back is actually, what can I do for myself?
Yeah.
I need to revert inwards because this is a me issue.
Yeah.
If somebody's ended it, they've ended it, and you running back makes you look desperate, and I know it's so easily done. But actually, it's about learning that you're worth more than that. If that person 100%. Doesn't want you, that's a them issue.
Yeah.
But it's damn hard, isn't it? Yeah. It's damn hard when you love somebody and you've got to pick yourself back up. You won't run back for that validation.
Yeah.
But I don't think and it's like, how do you become this secure woman?
Yeah.
How do you become a woman who's just so okay with being her? And for me, I think over the past, I had a real dip of not understanding who I was.
Yeah.
And now I feel I'm in a really good place again.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm becoming that high value woman who's got the boundaries.
Yeah.
Who won't put up with anything. Who doesn't chase anything or a man. And for a prime example was that I went on a date. Somebody asked me to go on a date this week. And we went. Great time. So we ended, and then he texted to say, had a lovely time. I text to say, yeah, lovely. That is not my job then to chase him to go out again.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Old Sarah last year, as you know, would have gone, well, why doesn't he want me?
Yeah.
Why hasn't he pursued another date?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he want to marry me?
Yeah. Yeah.
But actually, now as me, I know I don't have to chase that.
No.
A person that wants you will pursue you.
Yeah.
A man in his masculine energy is a man that will, if he wants you, will come for you.
Yeah.
A man that isn't, I don't want.
No.
I don't want it. A man that isn't sitting in his masculine energy,
no.
want a man who's going to come and say, actually, you know what, I like it, let's go on dates, plan dates. So anyway, I haven't heard from him.
Yeah.
I think maybe a few times, and I'm okay with that. What the story behind it is, I won't chase.
No.
Yeah, he was attractive, we got on great. If he thinks I'm getting chasing, he's got another thing coming, like, you know, like, I aren't here to do that. And that's part of being high value. Like, I don't believe that we, as women, should chase a man. That's my opinion. I don't feel. I feel like I should say if I enjoyed the date, and I'll make conversation. Yeah. But what I won't do is say when we're meeting next. Yeah. That isn't my job.
No, I get that, but I am very much like it at the minute. I am a bit more open rather than it being, well, I'm not going to text him because I don't want to think. If I want to text, I will text.
Yeah.
Or if I want to say, you know, I really like you, then I will say it. Whereas before I did used to kind of hold back a bit like, well, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to come across. But I think there's a balance.
I find it so hard because I am like you. Like, I want to tell somebody if I like them, and I will. Yeah. But then also in a way that doesn't come across desperate. So like I say, needy. So it's hard to find that balance, isn't it? Yeah. So for me now, I think I'm in a place where I'm just okay with just being me. Yeah. And know that what we should know is that you will attract, things will come at the right time, divine timing it's called. It's like things will come when they're right for you, and I honestly believe right now is that I don't want to chase anything, and I don't need to chase anything.
No, it'll just, so if it happens, it happens. Yeah. But if not, I read something today that said the way that others see you is a reflection of,
I love it,
how
they see themselves.
And
it's true.
Yeah. And the way that you allow somebody to treat you is a reflection of how you see yourself. So if you don't see yourself as valuable, worthy, your time's precious and all of that stuff, why would you expect somebody else to to even...
You've got to give yourself the right foundations. The right boundaries.
Yeah.
Treat yourself the way you'd want somebody else to treat you.
Yeah.
And honestly, that is so true. And I think I was listening to a podcast while I was getting ready tonight. It's been new. I can't pronounce the name, but I'll put it onto the Instagram. And she was like, being high value within dating, about not sleeping with somebody straight away.
Yeah.
And about, because once you give them that, you've sort of, not give yourself, but they might not see you as high value. Yeah. That's really difficult sometimes. Really it is difficult.
I always
I try now to, well, I won't, is I want to get to know the person first.
Yeah.
Because she said something like, why will a man ghost you? And she said something like, it was like, they will ghost you because if you sleep with them on the first or second date, and they think they didn't perform very well, their ego will be shattered. Yeah. And they'll rather just stay away from you.
Really?
Yeah. I know, bizarre. But she said to be high value is like not giving them full access to you straight away. Yeah. So actually, if you're dating somebody, they should want to know you. Difficult. It depends what you want from dating, isn't it? But I suppose if you're looking for long term, you'd be saying, well, actually, this guy should really be wanting to get to know me. Yeah. But it's hard sometimes.
It's hard and not doable. At all.
Anyway, I've got a thing
go for a walk and then go like meet that second date.
Third date 3 hours later.
Third date 3 hours later. This is 3 things.
So we're all big on self-worth, aren't we? Massively. And then I was listening to this today. Let me find it. So this same podcast, being her, she said the 10 ways of being a high priority woman. Being a feminine, in your feminine energy. Yeah. So we love feminine energy, don't we? Feminine energy is about sitting back as a woman, not being busy all the time, just being so okay with who you are. You know, not saying, oh, I don't need anybody. You know, I'm too busy for this. It's about saying, well, yeah, I'm a woman. I do want to be loved, but you've got to meet this criteria. Yeah. And not allowing everybody to have access to you, like men. So anyway, so I thought I wouldn't remember it all. So when I was listening to it today, she said these are the 10 things. I might have 10 down, I might have 9 down. I'll count them. So anyway, first things first, how have you got on with main character vibes? Did you dress up as who?
Yeah, I've been swanning round in my princess dress all week.
I've tried to, I mean, it's been a rocky week, but I have actually in my head been like, actually, you're the main character. Like, what can you do today to look after yourself? Yeah. Your mental health, because that's important. What can I do to prioritise my needs? And that's like main character vibes, is just prioritising yourself a little bit. Yeah. So have you done it?
I have done that actually.
I think you've had a self-care week.
I've had a self-care week, yeah. I've been buy some makeup today, spent £100 and
stop it. Why would anybody... Oh, tell them what happened. I didn't get that. I've been super drunk today and I didn't get what you got.
Really?
Tell them what happened. I'm not doing this podcast.
I think it's only because I said that I'd been spotted, that we can start charging for our appearances now. I don't know why I've got my hand on your knee like that. So yeah, but I think it was only because I gave her my name.
Yeah, but still, she knew Zara from the podcast. I mean, I think that's it now.
It is.
It's viral.
We've hit the jackpot.
Absolutely. Yeah. So anyway, so you've had a self-care week.
Yeah, I have. Just very sort of
inwards.
Dressed up nice at work. You know, just like...
Just show up
for yourself.
Even if you're dying inside. Yeah. Just show up.
I went out for tea with Biker Boy. That was nice. Just a couple of hours. And we went for food last night. Good. So yeah, just chilled, nice.
Good.
Doing what I want, doing what...
Number 1, feminine energy. Get to bed early.
Get to bed early.
To be a high value woman in feminine energy.
What are you doing?
Get to bed early. She said we don't prioritise our sleep enough. To be a woman, or just anybody, it doesn't have to be a woman, a man, we should be in bed at 10 and we should be asleep and up at 6.
I mean,
she says her mental health, she says she's more productive from having a full night's sleep. She comes off technology, so to be a woman in a feminine energy, she's prioritising her needs and looking after her sleep. So this week our task is I don't want you messaging me after 9 o'clock. I don't want any reels.
I know.
I don't want anything because, and I'm going to tell Freddie that you've got to be off your phone by 9 p.m.
Confiscate my phone. Because that's it, I can get in bed at 8 o'clock though, I can, and next minute it's 11 o'clock and I'm here like this. So I don't want it.
Here's to being high value, in a woman in a feminine energy, off your phone.
Okay.
I'll be checking.
You're going to check if you're not on your phone, you div.
That's number one. So we should all try this as well.
So this is what we'll get. We'll set us alarms 9 o'clock. No one texts me after that.
I really like this one. Is art of reframing.
Okay.
It's about looking at things from a different perspective. So instead of seeing something like really negatively, it's about looking at it completely different. So I don't know, you went for a job interview and you didn't get it. Instead of thinking, oh God, I'm the worst person in the world, I can't interview. It's about saying, actually, well, I did my best.
Yeah.
And that job isn't for me.
It wasn't meant to be.
So
redirected.
Absolutely redirected.
Not rejected. Redirected.
She said about also, I mean, I find this hard because, you know, it's a hard thing. If her marriage or your marriage ended, it's about, you got cheated on. It's about reframing it to, well, actually, it's a good thing that you cheated on me, because otherwise, because I work at relationships, then I would have stayed with him. So him cheating on me has done me a favour, because then I can find the love that I need. So it's about reframing negative things to think, actually, it's happened for, like, in my favour.
I am very much like that, you know. That's the vibe that I am doing.
Absolutely.
And with the Father's Day post that I put on there, I included Dino, I included Kyle, I included everybody, because I thought, you know what, I am grateful. I've flipped it round now that I am grateful that he left, because I am a better person.
Absolutely, and
for it.
You're in the feminine energy.
I'm grateful to him. Like I do appreciate that he did leave me.
Yeah,
and just not in a nice way, but I'm over that now. And I think once you get over that, like, I am grateful.
Yeah. So,
not my best mate.
And the feminine energy is about reframing all the negatives. I mean, I'm not talking serious negatives, like, you know, real issues that go. But sometimes it you know, is about just saying, actually, the things. Because one thing I did want to say here is, I always use this thing a lot of everything happens for a reason, and after this week I actually want to change that, because I don't know why some things happen. Yeah. So I'm going to stop saying that. I don't like it, because some things shouldn't happen. Yeah. And not everything can happen for a reason. No. There's no reason. So reframing. So we've got to try and see the positives in situations that we don't like. So instead of saying, like, you know, looking in the mirror and thinking, God, I'm fat. Yeah. Actually, you're not fat, you're just you. Yeah. And that's okay. And it's about changing. To you. Yeah, don't be mean to you. Yeah, compassionate to yourself. I've had to learn that. I think I spoke about it yesterday. Like, going out on, like, a date last night, and like, he didn't really dress how I dress and things like that, and I'd be like, God, I hope you don't think like I'm over the top, or don't. And I didn't even ask him if I looked okay. I just don't even do it. I'm just very much like, I will. Like, I'm only looking like the president today. Freddie says she looks like Hillary Clinton. I think this is the vibe. Do you know what? I'm here for, but you own it, don't you? Yeah. And I think that's 100%. The thing is owning, because now you're not looking for that external validation. Yeah. Actually, you know within yourself that you look good. So actually, it's about, that's such growth there. Is that actually you're not looking for that anywhere else? No. So we're here for that, and we're here for reframe. That's sometimes I'll think about saying it, and I don't. But you challenge it. But again, you just challenge it. You just think, nah, so shit. Prioritise yourself, which is difficult in this world of having children, working. It it is hard to find the time, but I had a conversation with a mum when I went to Oliver's football presentation, and she said, 'cause she works full time, she's got football training, she's running a house, and it's just, I can imagine, chaos. And she said, but do you know what I've done? Is I've took 2 hours out of the week to do something that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I said, good, because you are still a person.
Yeah.
You can't give from an empty cup.
No.
You can't give. Give. What are you left with? You've got to fill your own cup. I call it the emotional cup, the emotional bucket.
Yeah.
And
bucket. I don't want a cup. I need a bucket. I need a bucket of them.
And if we fill that up with things that keep us sane, mentally okay, then we can give better.
Yeah.
So it's about prioritising. So I don't know, get up at 6 and do an hour of yoga or half an hour or whatever, or getting in bed at 9, turning your phone off, reading a book. It's choosing, it's making them decisions. I think, isn't it?
Yeah. It's pushing yourself to do it. Again, you've just got to do it. Sometimes you just need a little lie down. Just take a little lie down.
Yeah.
Which whatever some people be like, oh well, you should be going to the gym, you should be doing this, you should be exercising in them time. But some people don't enjoy that.
It's about finding
what you need. Sometimes mine's going super drug and buying makeup.
But I do think as women, because she said, as women, we give sometimes, and we forget.
And you just end up exhausted. I know when I've been pushed to the limit, running around, it's been hard because I've said because my parents have been away. Yeah. When you're on your own, it's just difficult, and you, like with the clubs with the boys, it's so hard when you're on your own and you've got to juggle everything, as well as work, as well as do the housework, as well as podcast.
I know.
Just everything.
But equally, forever grateful for being parents and everything else. But like for this, as women as well, no matter what we're going through, is we are human, and we need that time. And it's about finding, even if it's 10 minutes a day, of doing something you enjoy.
And just
doing it and making sure you do it.
Yeah.
Because we are important.
Yeah.
So I'm here for that. That was number 3. Make sure you follow that one as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and then she said, I love this, would you rather have the pain of discipline or pain of regret of not doing something? I love that. So it's like saying, would you want to look back and regret not making the difficult decisions of like being disciplined in exercise or disciplined in having a better life, or would you want the pain of looking back and wish, what, I had made them little changes to my life that could have helped my mental health, or could have made me leave a relationship. And I think discipline, I mean, it's hard sometimes, and to be disciplined in trying to change your life and be a better person, and we all go off on a tangent sometimes, but I live by, I never ever want to look back and regret. I'd rather have the pain of discipline, and actually, some weeks, I wonder why I'm doing a podcast, because but actually, that's, I'd regret it if I didn't. And it's actually pushing past old Sarah and saying, Mum, we're not here now. No. We're higher version Sarah. This is what you do. So we're not having the pain and regret. Next one. The willingness to grow and learn. We do that day in, day out. Massively. It's so important to have that growth mindset, I think. Trying to have that growth mindset. Sometimes I've not always had a growth mindset. I've had quite a one like that. But now I'm like, I see things differently. I can see beyond things. I think more positively. I brought a book this weekend to read because I want to grow and learn and develop as a person. And I think you're exactly the same, aren't you?
100%. I think you've got to be willing to do that as well. You can't just sit there going, I want to be this version of myself, and not actually put in the work, because it's hard. It is hard work, and you need to it's what you have to grow on as well, isn't it? You do need to go back thinking, right, what's this issue that I've got, and how do I get past this? So it's knowing what you've got to heal and things like that as well.
And I spoke to my cousin today.
Everything.
I spoke to my cousin today, and I say I cry for the past versions of myself, like the young Sarah and everything, and how lost she was. But and the work to become this version has been hard. I've had to dig so deep, but I do this podcast because I want people to understand that you don't have to be this person in a box who just fits in as a woman. We can be whoever we want to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here for that. So
here for that one.
But yeah, it is about you're not just going to change overnight. It takes a lot of sitting. It takes a lot of understanding. It takes a lot of books. It takes a lot of podcasts. It takes a lot of crying. It takes a lot of getting up off the floor. But the outcome is this: that we're able to articulate ourselves better. We're better in relationships. We're better as parents. We're better people.
Yeah, I think like things like that as well. It's like when people say like, oh, why do I always get cheated on, or why do I always do that?
Victim mindset. That is
victim mindset. It's about understanding that that's not you. That's a them issue, and you have to change your mindset completely.
Because we can all sit and play victim.
Yeah.
Because we can all sit and say, well, actually, this happened to me and that happened to me, but actually, it did happen. What can you learn from it?
And that's like, I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, but I was very much, like, he did this, he did that to me.
And that was
and now I'm just like, shit happens. How have I learned from this?
So if we think about your journey, the growth is massive. Like from where you were to now. I think sometimes we forget how far we've come, how far you've come.
Yeah.
Because at one point you would never have been able to say them things, and
I never ever thought. I was a completely different person. I was so lost and just bitter, and I thought I'll never be able to speak to him again. I'll never be able to have a conversation with her. I'll never be that person. And I was always very sort of naggy and I'm just not like that at all.
You have to go through them motions, I think. I don't think it'd be normal if you didn't.
No.
And I think it's part of like grieving almost.
Yeah.
And it's like now you've had time to sit and reflect, actually it was perhaps the best thing you needed.
Yeah.
But you don't see that for a long time.
No. 3 years on and it's only just.
Yeah.
Like last week.
The last two, I mustn't have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7?
Hey, well, what did you come up with? Did you do any homework? Where's your list?
I've got
none.
Videos on my phone.
Got pigeons. Where's the pigeons tonight?
No pigeons today.
Self-motivation and self-determination. It's about you not waiting for somebody to kick you up the bottom and tell you to do something. It's about actually, this is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm at. Even if you don't feel like it, you do it.
Do you always have to start things on a Monday? I always have to start things on a Monday.
I might as well not start my day Monday.
Yeah. Even if it's like midweek, like, it's Monday. It's Monday and I'm like, oh, well, I haven't got up this morning because I was just too tired for start with 6 a.m. yoga, so I'll start next Monday. I'll do it next week. I've got to start on a Monday. Can't start something midweek. And that's bad, isn't it, really? That's not self-motivation, that is excuses.
But also, it's like she said as well, like, in it, this isn't about we have to make massive changes every day. It can be small, tiny changes, but as long as you're making some changes, actually, what can I do today to better myself? What can I do to prioritise my mental health? Because I think mental health is a big, I love to talk about mental health because it's massive, isn't it? And it's massive. And we both have openly struggled with mental health. And that's why I tend to do a lot of work on my mindset to actually understand if I'm having a low mood, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's about, I was listening to another book this morning.
Good grief, can't keep up. Get after a list. Come on, get your list out.
I was listening to this book, What You Wish Somebody Would Have Told You. And she said about low mood is sometimes you've got to look at the bigger picture to why. So actually, you haven't just woke up in a low mood. What's happening inside your body? Have you eaten right? Are you hydrated? Are you, what happened the day before? There's just a number of things that we sometimes wake up, I'm in a low mood. Actually, stick with it. What is the low mood?
Yeah.
What can I do to help myself? Why am I feeling this way? Instead of just going, well, actually today I'm in a low mood. No idea why, but I'm just going to pretend that I'm okay.
Yeah.
Pretending that you're okay isn't the answer to it.
No.
Because it's not going to disappear. It's about understanding why. Because sometimes there is no reason, is there?
Yeah.
Sometimes we've got really good reasons and that's okay. But sometimes we just feel
meh.
Yeah.
And
so she talks about, I liked it actually, it's about sitting with it and understanding it and making lists of ways that you think when you're in a low mood, how you can help yourself. So that could just be like, actually, I need to eat better this week.
Yeah.
Or I need to exercise more. It's the tiny daily decisions we make every day.
Yeah.
Like going to bed early, coming off a phone.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
That's what we need.
But yeah, I feel like I've turned a corner.
Yeah.
A sharp one.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that I can see the woman that I want to be.
Yeah.
And it might sound crazy to people, but I have that many versions of myself. Like I have.
I've got 10 personalities.
I've got the queen, this version.
The queen. Yeah.
And then I've got the other versions, but when you try and strive for different for yourself and a higher version of yourself, it's so nice when you can see it happening. And the work that I put in endlessly, the reading, and that's why it's good to share it, because I think everybody has that higher version. Yeah. And we can all be the very best versions of ourselves. It's just making them choices.
Yeah. Do you want to?
I mean, next week could be different. I've absolutely gone backwards a little bit, but I'm okay with that as well. Yeah. I'm okay with just being.
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal. I'm hoping to just stay. Stay as we
Stay
are.
in a good.
But
aligned.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I do feel really aligned. Yeah. I've had such a week where I think find that news and you sort of have to sit with actually the reality of life and how precious it is. Yeah. And that your life can just change just like that. Is asking yourself the question, what do you want from life? Yeah. What do you want to give your children? Yeah. What do I want them to remember? Yeah. And I've had to sit and think, actually, what do I want? Because we're not guaranteed anything. No. We're literally not guaranteed, and yeah. So that's that.
That's a little high valued woman.
Think, high value is to being a high value, a woman sitting in a feminine energy. I love the feminine energy thing. I think. Well,
I don't know. I was going to say about the high value thing. I feel like it sounds like it's like being a bit like to men you need to be this, but I also think it's for yourself.
Oh yeah, so not just
Do you know what I mean?
So it's not about high value in not the way
to,
of men.
How to be a high value woman to a man.
It's about being a
high value woman to yourself and how you want to be.
So you should be
deceived by a man.
Absolutely, but that's true. Actually, it's how to be a high value woman. I mean, when I mean high value, I mean just a woman who knows what she's about. Yeah. A woman who is secure in what she is. A woman that, is okay with not being perfect. A woman that's okay with crying and being down and having no makeup on and just being messy. Yeah. Because I think I love the fact that I'm just me and I come with so much, but I'm okay with that. Yeah. And I think being a high value woman, you're just okay with being a woman of everything.
And whatever comes will come.
Yeah.
Comes to you.
And you know what, like, I thought for the first time in quite a long time this week is that I am excited for somebody to come into my life.
What you doing tonight? She's going to be horizontal with a book, isn't she?
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on.
I am.
I'm not doing anything, I'm just chilling. I'm ready for a nice chill. I might have a book. I might put this beer down, it's a bit flat.
And do you know what? Sometimes again, last thing I'll say is about listening to your body.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be horizontal with a book,
Yeah,
and that's okay.
That's okay, yeah.
Like,
sometimes you just feel like it's a bit of a... I did go out for food last night because I did, like, we're both free and it was a bit like, oh, I want to get dressed up and go dancing. And then you're just like, can I be bothered? Feel like shit tomorrow?
yeah.
Can I be bothered to... I just prefer to...
I just think we're in the healing era.
We're in the healing era.
And sometimes with the week that I just feel like I just want to just be on the sofa.
Yeah.
Because by, tomorrow come, the boys will be back.
Yeah.
And then, before I know it, it's football clubs every night and everything else.
Yeah.
And then I'm tired again. Like, whereas if I take this time to just recharge...
And that's what you enjoy as well. It's not like, I think you do feel like, oh God, it's the weekend, I should be doing something. But you are doing something. I've seen the other day that it said, I lied when I said that I was busy, but busy to you means that, oh, I'm going out, oh, I'm doing this, oh, I'm doing that. Whereas actually, I was sitting on the sofa within myself, having a nice bath, having this, that is busy to me.
And I honestly...
I'm here for it.
I'm just so here for it right now. And I think what happens is because we went out the other week, didn't we? And I do love that.
Yeah.
But then they have times where I just think...
But as well, we don't go out, do we? And things like that. But it's good when we do. I think it's more we plan things like that.
In 5 minutes, she'll have reels on. We'll be out.
Anyway. Sorry, I'm busy. I'm not coming out. Busy.
Anyway, I hope it isn't as dark as it looks on that screen.
No, hopefully not. But
we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.